What is up, YouTube? It's Torius, you boy. You already know what it is. And I'm back with another video. Alright, so you have to want it, right? This is like a motivational video, basically, like showing, like, just to get you, like, started. Because like I always say, like, good old your brother Nick, right? Your brother Nick. I always say, motivation gets you started, commitment keeps you going, right? So smash that like button, comment whatever questions you have for me. You want me to answer another video, and subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. So what does it mean to want it, right? To want it, because whenever I do anything, right, like if I'm ever in a new like I'm picking up a new skill or a new topic or whatever, or a new endeavor, I always try to do it daily, right? I always try to do it like every single day. So it's cool to do it every day because it gets your mind picked on, okay, I gotta do it. It gets your mind thinking of it every single day. But if you're doing it, the best way to get results is to actually want the results, right? Because let's say I'm tattooing. If I'm doing a tattoo and I'm just like, oh, I just gotta get it done, I can't just get it done. I have to want it. I can't just get it done and expect it to come out like a Picasso, you feel me? Or like to come out good. If I want it to come out good, I have to want it to come out good. I'm not just gonna just know, like I'm not gonna just pick it up, like, oh yeah, I gotta do this and that. Like, you do pick up things, but the secret is you only pick up things when you want to have great results, right? If you're trying to be mediocre, you're not wanting it enough, right? You're not picking up things when you want to be mediocre. That's why you stay mediocre, because you don't want it enough, right? Like, if I want to make the portrait, or oh wow, that's late. If you want something to come out good, right? Like, let's say you want a perfect restaurant. You do all the things that makes a perfect restaurant. Like, you have to want those things. But is it a lot of things? Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it's a lot of things. Is it a lot? Like, is it, you gotta put in a lot? Yes, you do. It doesn't take a lot of capital and a lot of marketing, a lot of genius, knowing, and all that stuff. It takes a lot of that stuff, but it does take a lot, and you have to want to have that much, because you can go like imagine it as like a meter, right? Like, you can get to 100%. If you do it every day, you might put 70% all the time. You're not reaching 100%. You're not reaching the level where you need to be at in order to make that next step, that next leap, that next progression. You feel me? You're not making that because you're not hitting that level. Because once you hit that 100%, once you go to 101%, you just broke the whole meter, right? And then you go to the next level. But you can't do it unless you're getting it at that 100 level, that 100%. Because you get to that 100%, boom, shit breaks. And you get that one extra percent, and you're on the next level already. You're already on the next level, and you know what you need to know in order to get there. But you have to want it, though. You have to want it. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to just want it. Like, so if let's say you're playing the piano, right? If you play piano every day, you could probably be like, oh, I'm just gonna play like 5 minutes, and then play 5 minutes to go to sleep, or go do whatever. That ain't cutting it. You ain't playing Mary Little Lamb, Mary Had a Little Lamb for 5 minutes every day, expecting to play Mozart. It just ain't working like that. You gotta play Mozart, fail at Mozart, next day try to play the whole thing at 100%. Because I remember when I was in high school, right? I was transitioning to high school. I was in like the summer PE class, right? And I had this summer PE teacher, and he said to us, practice doesn't make perfect, right? What makes perfect is perfect practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. And I always thought that was dumb, right? I always thought that was like, you can't get to perfect practice unless, you practice and you fail and you're mediocre. But I understand what he meant by that though, because he meant that if you practice to get perfect, and once you reach that perfect stage of perfection, right? Like, okay, I'm practicing, like, but every time you practice, right, you do it, you try to get as perfect as you can. You won't get perfect. You won't necessarily be on that perfect level. But if you're practicing, right? Like, you're practicing perfection. So try to make it perfect. So you're perfect on that practice. I don't know if I'm remembering, but basically you need to practice, just make your practice as practical as you can, right? If you make your practice as practical as you can, then you have perfect practice. Because what is practicality? Practicality means being as efficient as you can be, like getting all the stops. Because if this hole needs to be filled, fill that hole. It's practical, right? Like, it actually works. Things don't actually work unless they actually work 100%. Something can't work 70%, then don't work. For something to work, it has to work 100% of the time. So that's my take on it. Just if you want something and you're gonna practice it, when you practice, just want your practice, right? Just want that 100% every single time. No matter what you do, if you're practicing, just try to pretend you're making it perfect. Like, because a lot of times we fall short. We're just like, oh, I'm just practicing. It's just practice, so it doesn't have to be that great. Like, when it comes to girls, right? I would always just see girls as practice. Like, no matter what, I would just talk to a girl for practice. I'd just be like, it's just practice. I'm just talking to her for practice, right? So the thing is like, when I talk to her for practice, it made like actually wanting to talk to her easier, and also I would get the result from the practice, right? So let's say that you're practicing making beats, right? And you're just like, oh, I'm practicing making beats. One of those beats that you make, you can sell for $1 million, and it was just practice, right? But what if you were just like, and that's only if you were like practicing for perfection, right? Because let's say that you made a beat and it was so ass and nobody wants it, like, it's, or you do sell it for $1 million. If you did sell it for $1 million and it was ass, then that's your reputation. Like, oh, like, yeah, you sold it for $1 million, but your reputation is on the line. So yeah, I might have been selling like that, but is it your best work? That's the work that you're gonna be known for. But is it your best? So yeah, that's pretty much my take on it. If you guys have any questions, just comment them in below. Like the video. Let's get this video to 20K likes. Comment what questions you guys have for me, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll get back to you in another video. Alright, appreciate y'all.